This is Chicago Cubs baseball on ABC7.
It is game 2 of a makeup day-night doubleheader. This is our regularly scheduled contest. And the Cubs honoring the Hall of Famer Billy Williams, who recently turned 80, a surprise birthday party for number 26 here at Wrigley Field. Dodgers and the Cubs coming up. The Dodgers engineering a thrilling 4-3 comeback win in game 1. Welcome to Cubs baseball here on ABC7. Along with Jim DeShays, I'm Len Casper. Kind of a kick to the gut for the Cubs, who gave up 2 in the 9th in a 4-3 Dodger win. More on that a little later, but we'll get right into our Goodwill pitching matchup. It's lefty night tonight.
Yeah, lefty night. A couple guys that feature very good curveballs. Rich Hill coming off the disabled list. He's been on the DL twice already this year. That's kind of the story of his career. When healthy, he can be very good. Mike Montgomery, how about the job he has done? Moving into the rotation, he's made 4 starts now, 2-1 with a 1.14 earned run average.
Our matchup brought to you by Goodwill. Amazing finds only at Goodwill. It was a wild ball game earlier today as the Cubs were able to come back trailing 1-0 early. They led 3-2 late, but Justin Wilson filling in for closer Brandon Morrow, unfortunately unable to hold the lead. So the Cubs have dropped 4 of their last 6. The Dodgers, one of the hottest teams in baseball. Game 2 of this doubleheader coming up next. Chicago. By Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. Young Cub fans getting autographs from their heroes as they take the field. And a hero for many Cub fans from many generations as the Cubs are honoring Billy Williams. He'll sing the stretch with his family tonight. And let's check out the Dodgers lineup, brought to you by Fix Auto. Call 1-800-INFO-FIX for the nearest location. Fix Auto, the first words that should come to mind after an accident. Taylor, the shortstop, leads it off. Hernandez getting the start in game 2 in center. Matt Kemp in left, putting together a terrific year. Muncy will play third. That'll be his 4th defensive position of this doubleheader. Puig in right, he hit 8th in game 1. Bellinger at first, Forsythe at second, Austin Barnes the catcher, and the pitcher Rich Hill batting 9th.
Here are the Cubs defensively. Kyle Schwarber is tied for the league lead with 7 outfield assists. He's in left. Almora Jr. center. And Ian Happ slides over and plays right here in the nightcap. Bryant Russell, third short. Javi Baez did not start game 1. He came off the bench, had a knock. Rizzo plays first, Contreras behind the plate. And Mike Montgomery out there in the starting role for the 5th time. Overall, he's 2-2 with a .331. But as we noted in our open, as a starter, 2-1 with a 1.14 earned run average. He's been absolutely brilliant.
Your umpires, Brian Gorman, the crew chief, did not work game 1. Chad Whitson, Adrian Johnson, and Jeremy Rehack are on the bases, and they did work the opener. Here we go. Montgomery to Taylor, and it's a strike. Game 2 of a 7-game season series that will be finished by next Thursday in Los Angeles.
Storyline from game 1, missed opportunities for both clubs offensively, a ton of walks and a bunch of strikeouts. That's not likely with Montgomery out there, ground ball pitcher.
Weather at first pitch is brought to you by 4 Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons. 68 cool degrees. A little bit of a shift in the wind compared to game 1. Cross breeze from left to right. Yeah, each team walked 8 men in the opener. 24 combined left on base, a combined 4 for 26 with runners in scoring position.
That's how you play a 3-hour and 46-minute 4-3 ball game. There's a lot of traffic, but not a lot of runs.
So with the loss, the Cubs dropping a half game behind Milwaukee, the Brewers have an early 3-0 lead in Pittsburgh. Jesus Aguilar with a first inning 2-run homer, and we will keep you posted throughout the evening. Dodgers a game and a half behind Arizona. The Diamondbacks are in Anaheim tonight. Former Cub Felix Pena will start for the Angels. That'll be his first major league start. And a base hit. Taylor is on, and a big turnaround first. He'll stay with a single. Dodgers put the leadoff man on a bunch in game 1.
He worked a tough at bat here and finally got a pitch to his liking, put a good swing on it. Last year was really the first year that Taylor had a chance to be an everyday player, and he had a very nice year. The numbers down a little bit so far this season.
So 7 of the 10 innings in this doubleheader, the Dodgers have had the first batter reach base. Kike Hernandez playing center, 0 for 1 off the bench earlier today. 10 home runs, 1 off his career high set last year. Rizzo holds Taylor. Here's the pitch by Montgomery. Lifted to left. And grabbed by Schwarber. So one away now, Matt Kemp, 0 for 3. And after his third at bat, got ejected by home plate umpire Trip Gibson, who is not working game 2. One of 3 Dodgers to get the thumb. His manager, Dave Roberts, and then later, Yasmani Grandal.
No, I assume Kemp would have been scheduled to play the nightcap even had he not been ejected, but he's had a lot of hamstring issues, and I'm sure Dave Roberts will keep a close watch on him. The second game of a doubleheader, you always worry about things of that nature.
He joked after the game. He said, "We won because I got kicked out. I allowed Kyle Farmer to pinch hit in the 9th." Caught by Almora on the track. That'll send Taylor back to first base. Hooters hot play of the game brought to you by your Chicagoland Hooters. And the Dodgers had issues with Gibson's strike zone all afternoon. There's one. There's another. And then here's the third ejection. As Keith Hernandez might say, ejected. One strike on Max Muncy.
That's the
yeah, it was rejected. Yeah. Clyde Frazier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keith?
The mustache, the hair dye thing.
Once he playing third base, he played second, first, and left in game 1. 0 for 2, but he walked 3 times. Just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Both teams getting an extra player for game 2. And both teams adding a relief pitcher, Justin Hancock. The right-hander is in the Cubs bullpen. Brock Stewart is in the Dodger bullpen. He went.
Montgomery's 4 starts, and he has gone 5 2/3 innings the first one, scoreless. Then the next 3, 6 innings each time, allowing just 1 earned run each time. And would love to get him through 6 here at least, and maybe even into the 7th. Brandon Morrow is down. Strop would not be available for game 2.
Swing and a miss. Leadoff single, but then Montgomery gets the next 3, and the Cubs are coming up against Rich Hill. Southwest Airlines starting lineup. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Bryant leading off both games. Baez back in the starting lineup, came off the bench in game one. Almora, Rizzo, Contreras, Addison Russell in a really nice stretch. Schwarber, Happ, and Montgomery rounded out, and ex-Cub Rich Hill making his first career regular season start against the Cubs, even though he's faced them twice in the postseason. And he's not waiting around.
Well, he's made 6 starts, a couple of stints on the DL, most recently for blister issues. He's 1-2 with a .620 earned run average. We're getting .303 against him.
Not a hard thrower. You'll see that curveball a lot, and it's a pitch that has made him a lot of money and has also cost him some DL time due to blisters.
He's had other physical maladies over the years. Here are the breakdown on his pitches. Fastball heavy, curveball usage, and the other secondary stuff not so much. Changeup, slider, occasional cutter, but just really leans heavily on that fastball curveball combination. He'll move the fastball up and down in the zone and then snap off that good curveball. That's the one the hitters are most concerned with.
2-2 to Bryant, and he got him.
Let's check in with the Dodgers defensively, and you see Kemp in left again. Hernandez makes the start in center. Puig with a big arm in right. Muncy's been all over the place today. Taylor, Forsythe up the middle. Bellinger ended up playing a little center field in game one. Barnes was the catching here in the nightcap.
Baez swings away and lofts to right, where Puig will run it down. Like a pretty routine play, and it just kept on carrying.
And maybe some carry towards the right field corner here tonight.
Yeah, the wind's got to be blowing toward right. Billy Williams night. Here's Almora with 2 outs. Ravik Valera, utility man, was sent to the minors to accommodate Hill's return to the active roster.
Works from the third base side of the rubber. Likes to, as I mentioned, go up in the zone with a 4-seamer. That's a good yacker there.
Your Subaru keys to the game, presented by Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Yeah, boy, I'd like to get some length out of Montgomery here tonight. The dangerous curves, both guys feature that curveball, and lost opportunities. The story of game one. Cubs had left 13 on in the ball game, 10 through the first 5 innings.
Full Monty, I'm going to say that's nearing a Hall of Fame key to the game. It's been used before. I like it.
Could have gone with 3-card Monty. Monty Hall.
You can't go wrong with full Monty.
Monty Python. Here comes Uncle Charlie.
Roll foul to third.
Speaking of Monty Hall, and let's make a deal, there's speculation out there that the Diamondbacks and Orioles are having Manny Machado conversations.
Really? Hill's last start before he went to the DL lasted just 2 pitches. That was pitching in game 2 of a doubleheader in Washington back on May 19th, so he missed exactly a month. And he's been on the DL a lot. And the blister problem just hasn't gone away. On the ground to Muncy. And Hill with a quick 1-2-3 first inning. Scoreless tie after an inning. Second inning against Mike Montgomery, making his 5th start in the place of Yu Darvish. A strike on Yasiel Puig. I'm sure disappointing for Darvish. Not only is he on the DL, but missing a chance to face his former team in this series. And Brandon Morrow, as JD mentioned earlier, with a back issue, not available in this doubleheader, and I'm guessing he won't be available tomorrow either. Puig doubled, walked, drove in a run in game 1. Overcast skies. We are expecting some rain a little later.
Well, with Montgomery pitching, Dave Roberts has gone heavy right-handed with his lineup tonight, and so that may mean important opportunity for Bass or Farrell, somebody like that. Hancock has been called up to fortify the bullpen here for game 2.
And a leadoff walk. And let's check in with Dion. Hi, Dion.
Oh, hey, guys. Well, after a disappointing loss in the midst of a rather long work day, the Cubs did their best to stay loose between games. They played video games, grabbed a bite to eat, tried out the new dartboard. Chris Bryant said he was actually going to get a haircut, though he must not have had time to run to Sport Clips because I honestly could not tell. Either way, this group always loves to hang out together. They certainly are in good spirits down here in the dugout, staying loose on a doubleheader day that makes them all feel like kids again. But I'm dying to know, Len and JD, what'd you do with your 3 hours?
Well, it went by fast.
No doubt.
I have to tell you, I went down to the field, did my radio thing with Jim Hickey. We grabbed some dinner, and all of a sudden, we're ready to do game 2. How about you, JD?
I watched Godfather 1 and 2. I went for a walk around the ballpark. Closed my eyes for a few seconds. And I just lamented how game 1 got away. I was up here just pulling my hair out.
1-0 on Cody Bellinger. And by the way, if you're wondering if Chris Bryant actually did get his haircut at Sport Clips, he did get the MVP treatment. It's in his contract.
He looks well groomed. Could have been.
He's a little low, according to Brian Gorman.
Montgomery had a high 3/4 delivery. Quick arm action. Ball gets on the hitter quicker than they anticipate. You look at his numbers, left-handed batters hitting .254 against him, righties .207. And at first glance, you think, well, he's a reverse split guy. He's been better against righties than lefties, and he has. But a lot of times, you know, as a left-handed pitcher, the only left-handed batters you face are the really good ones. So sometimes that can be a deceiving statistic.
So, consecutive walks to start the second.
Yeah, and that pitch appeared to be good. And, you know, Gorman didn't give him that one right at the knees, and in order to give him that one at the top of the zone, and as a pitcher you'd like to get one of them. And according to our graph there, that one was plenty good. But you know, that look right there, when you see catcher reaching up for it, you don't anticipate getting that one.
And you have to amend your statement. Pitchers want both. They'll take one.
Yeah.
Zero unacceptable.
Yeah, that's right, because you want them all, and then you'll start to negotiate down from there. You got to give me one of those, Brian.
And strike on Logan Forsythe.
It's almost a freebie, that 0-0 to Forsythe. He rarely swings at the first pitch.
That's a base hit. Runners had to hold on the line drive to make sure it got through, which it did. And they are in business at the bottom of the order. Bases loaded with 0 outs. And then we'll bring up the catcher, Austin Barnes.
Sight, good contact guy. That's always been his MO. Spray the ball around the field, hit it on a line.
Barnes with the leadoff walk in the ninth of Justin Wilson, and later scored the game tying run. Cubs play their infield at double play depth. Strike one.
This is where that ground ball rate for Montgomery could really pay off. Got Hill, the pitcher, on deck.
Taken low. Two walks and a single, setting things up for the visitors. Swing and a miss.
If he's looking for a strikeout, a lot of times it's curveball or changeup. Both good swing and miss pitches for him.
Good knockdown by Contreras.
That's the old, I don't want to make a mistake and hang it. Spiked breaking ball.
Fortunate it didn't hit Barnes on the bounce. Strike three. Well, that's big with a pitcher coming up to get that first out without a run scoring.
Yeah, fastball looked like it was just off the outside edge, but Gorman rings him up.
The pitcher, Rich Hill, 0 for 6 this season, 107 in his career, and has not laid down a lot of bunts. And he takes ball one. Way off the inside, so 2-0 on the pitcher with the bases loaded.
Yeah, I think Hill would be in take mode right now.
Also guessing Montgomery's just going to pump a fastball here.
He's in channel it down the middle mode.
Two and one. Mike's got a birthday coming up July 1st. He'll turn 29. Rich Hill is 38. He grew up as a pro baseball player in the Cubs chain. It's 3-1.
That was a could have been, and now this becomes a difficult pitch to execute just because of the. You start to think negative. Bases loaded, opposing pitcher up there, and you're one pitch away from walking in a run. You have to unclutter your mind and don't guide it. Go ahead and let it go. Throw it right through Contreras.
Slash foul to left. Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised he was even swinging there. And you see that more now. It used to be with, unless you were a really good hitting pitcher, counts like that, you would be in take mode, especially again with Montgomery getting so many ground balls. Dave Roberts, the last thing obviously he wants to see is this inning end to end right here with a little routine ground ball off the bat of his pitcher.
He's got Taylor on deck. He wants to make sure he gets a plate appearance. And strike 3. So 2 gone, and it will be Taylor. And this stat of the game is brought to you by Mattress Firm, where your budget stretches further. That's 5 innings, 0 or 1 allowed in the first 4 starts of a season. And it hasn't happened very often in Cubs history. 4 times since 2006, and previously Hippo Vaughn back in 1919. Three on, 2 down. Taylor takes a strike. Mike is from Southern California. Attended William S. Hart High School in Santa Clarita, which has been a baseball factory over the years. High fly ball to left. This is going to get him out of it. Schwarber makes the grab. Still nothing in the second. July with us and America's Pastime at baseball's most majestic ballpark as the Cubs welcome in the Detroit Tigers for an interleague matchup July 3rd and 4th. Good seats are still available. Get your tickets at Cubs.com. Couple of matinees, middle of the week.
Tigers right now playing good ball. Won 5 in a row. Just a game below 500, 3 behind Cleveland.
Rizzo first pitch swinging. Hernandez in center for the first out. Brings up Wilson Contreras, who pinch hit in the opener, went 0 for 1. As Chris Jimenez got the start. Lots of other action. We'll keep you posted as the night moves along. And some baseball news. Hunter Strickland has been closing for the Giants. He's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. He broke his pitching hand punching something, an inanimate object, after blowing the game last night.
It's never wise. And the Giants have had all kinds of, baseball injuries, and that's kind of self-inflicted. Has that funny delivery, the way that back leg comes through. A little recoil action. 6'5", 220, as Len mentioned, 38 years of age, can really spin the ball, both the four-seam fastball and that sharp curve ball.
And ball 4. He had some walk issues earlier in his career.
Gives you that high front side. See how that front elbow comes up. Helps him hide the ball, creates a little deception, and then got a funky little follow through with the leg.
Strickland punched a door, and it was with his pitching hand. Typically, a pitcher will have the presence of mind to use the offhand. Base hit for Russell. So Addison has been on base 4 times in this doubleheader. That's the Cubs' first hit.
Been doing so much good work using the opposite field. Continues here. And got to be careful taking liberties with Puig out there. I mentioned Schwarber leads the National Leaguers, tied for the league lead with outfield assists. Puig is just 1 behind.
So it is Schwarber, 2 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. Big Ten battle.
That's right.
Michigan against Indiana here. One and one.
Hill in the 4th round of the 2002 draft out of Michigan.
He is a Boston native. Mentioned his walks. There was a period early in his career when he was walking people at an alarming rate.
He had a hard time harnessing that breaking ball. In 2007, at the age of 27, he made 32 starts for the Cubs, went 11-8 with a 392. And everybody probably thought, well, here you go. He's on his way in the prime of his career. In 2008 through 2015, he threw 176 major league innings.
That was a pretty good rotation that year, 07. Zambrano, Lilly, Hill, Marquis, and Marshall. As the Cubs went 85 and 77 and won the NL Central under Lou Piniella. Two balls, 2 strikes. Sidearm action, and he just missed that outside edge.
A little sassy drop down from Hill.
Well, when you're 38, you don't throw as hard as you used to. You've got a few more things in your bag of tricks.
Time to break it out, too, with a slugger up there and a couple men on base.
At the end of the bat on the ground, they'll get one, but that's all. So the fact that that didn't really get barreled actually helped Schwarber avoid a double play.
A long backhanded flip there from Forsythe, and Schwarber busting it down the line. So he reaches on a fielder's choice, and Contreras over to third base.
Ian Happ had a tough go earlier today when 0 for 5. He's playing right for Hayward and batting 8th. Runners at the corners with 2 down.
I think he would be in pitch around mode here with Montgomery on deck.
Another cool story from tonight. Stephen Brault, Pirates reliever,
Yep.
sang the national anthem before their game tonight.
Shades of Dwight Smith.
Swing and a miss. Tony Beasley, I believe, has done it.
Yeah, Brault was a theater major, wasn't he, at Regis University?
Sounds right.
He's in a band back in Sandusky. Just poke one into right here. A play. Outfield alignment is interesting here. Puig towards the line and right, and really shallow. Almost like he's assuming Happ, because he's an 8th place hitter, can't hit it over his head. Certainly capable of doing that. Hit the ball in the air in that direction very often from the right side.
Three and 2 to Happ. Bellinger still holding Schwarber, who will go with the pitch. And Bellinger with a great effort. That ball drops foul. Didn't look like he had any sort of chance, and he almost got it.
Yeah, well, we talked about his athleticism. He's got speed. He plays center field as well as first base. He got turned around quickly on that ball. This would have been a 10 had he made this play.
He'll play behind the runner. And had he been playing behind Schwarber before, he might have been able to catch that ball. Missed high for ball 4, and it will be Montgomery. Like 1 for 8 with a walk and a run scored this season.
Hey, look at that. Remember our keys to the game? Full Monty?
Here we are.
The bases full. We got out of the bases full situation last inning.
You still haven't seen that movie, have you?
No.
Gotta see it. And when you do see it, you're going to kick yourself. Say, why did it take me so long? I mean, not only is it great, but I think I know your sensibilities. It's a movie you, in particular, will love.
I will watch it.
2.
Good one to spread out a little bit, choke up a little bit more. Just trying to flip one over the infielders.
Still 1-2. Both pitchers getting a shot at the plate with 3 men on. Hill struck out looking. Montgomery, barehanded play by Hill to get out of it. That's bad luck for Montgomery. Montgomery or Monty leaves them full, and we're still scoreless after a couple of innings.
Tomorrow morning with ABC 7 Eyewitness News, Terrell Brown, Tanya Babich, Roz Varon, and meteorologist Tracy Butler get you ready for the week with the latest news, weather, and traffic.
Sweet swinging Billy Williams from Whistler, Alabama, celebrating his 80th birthday. Turned 80 on Friday. The Cubs were on the road, and the crowd here serenading him with happy birthday. Let's check in once again with Dion Miller.
Yeah, the crowd serenading him and the Cubs celebrating as well. They had these T-shirts made. Pretty cool. Each one of the players had these on before and after game one today, and still continue now. Even got one for myself. Mr. Williams, definitely worth celebrating as he reaches such a great milestone, Len.
Ron Sano called him Whis. And from Whistler. And we'll see him a little later on tonight. And a strike on Hernandez. And it is low, 1-1. Montgomery had to work hard to get through the second unscathed, which he did. They had the bases loaded with nobody out.
It's a tough lineup to pitch to because there's dangerous batters throughout. And they've got guys that strike out a fair bit, but power up and down the lineup. So Puig and Bellinger, they're 6-7 tonight, and they both hit for power.
There's a base hit. Leadoff man on for the third time in 3 innings for the Dodgers. I'm just thinking about Billy turning 80. He made his major league debut 59 years ago. Think about how the game has changed since 1959. It was August 6th of that year here at Wrigley Field against the Phillies. Sparky Anderson was playing second base for the Phillies that day. Richie Ashburn was in their lineup. Billy hit third, right ahead of shortstop Ernie Banks. There were no lights here. There were 6,400 fans on that day. The Dodgers played in the World Series that year here in Chicago against the White Sox. 1959. One and two on Matt Kemp. Kemp 0 for 4 in the doubleheader. How about this? When he was kicked out in game 1, it was the 17th career ejection. That seems like a lot. Now, he's been around a while. I don't have the active leaders, but I have to believe he's up there. Doesn't that sound like a lot?
It does seem like a lot.
Ball to right, and it's Ian Happ as Hernandez tags, and he's going to end up holding it first.
Pretty strong throw from Happ from back on his heels.
Let's take a look at the perfect pitch, brought to you by Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy.
Well, we mentioned it earlier, a curveball the theme of the night with both these guys, and it's a big weapon for Montgomery. Really good touch with it. You can settle it over the back corner for a called strike, bury it down and in for a swing and miss.
So unofficially, and this is all managers, Bobby Cox holds the all-time record. How many times do you think Bobby Cox was ejected?
How many years did he manage? I'm going to say Bobby was ejected close to 200 times.
161 ejections. So maybe 17, not that many. Well, managerial ejections have gone down and will continue with more replay.
There are, I would guess there are a fair number of players that go their entire career without being ejected.
Bobby managed 29 years.
I wonder if big guys get ejected more quickly than little guys. If umpires get intimidated by big guys screaming at them. Although in this instance, Kemp, it wasn't a very outlandish display.
Right. 3-1 to Muncy.
Kemp's got a suspension he has to serve yet too, right?
Yes, suspended for 1 game for his part in the brawl. Benches clearing situation against Texas last Wednesday. Had a home plate collision with Robinson Chirinos as Jim Hickey will head out after the walk. There was no indication of a violation on that play by either participant. They were ejected for the fight. Chirinos served his suspension immediately on Friday, but Kemp didn't think he deserved any games, so he is appealing. And speaking of ejections and umpires, sad news. Dutch Rennert, National League umpire from 1973 to 92, who had a great strike call and has passed away at age 88. It's Tom Hallion and Mud Grant with his Dutch Rennert impersonation.
Ronnie Darling pitching to Gary Carter. I was always of the mind that Dutch never called back-to-back strikes because it took so much energy to call one. Yeah, he was out of gas.
Dutch was born in Oshkosh, Wisconsin in 1930. Worked 3 World Series, a couple of All-Star games.
That particular technique of calling strikes, he said, came out of some encouragement from Doug Harvey and others to be more colorful. Have a little personality. It's mostly frowned upon these days. It's kind of fun.
One strike to Puig, 2 on, 1 away. Dodgers have had traffic in every inning.
They're making them work for it here tonight. They're doing a real nice job. Not chasing that curveball.
Bob Guerin on the left. He managed the Dodgers after Dave Roberts got kicked out mid-game. But he will not be credited with the win. Maybe Dave will buy him dinner this week. So thanks for managing our comeback. Big pitch for Montgomery. It's a strike, 3-2. Long look in by the lefty, and now Contreras is going to walk out.
Tomorrow afternoon, the Cubs and the Dodgers. First pitch 120, and up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans receive a Cubs cap presented by Wendella. For details, visit Cubs.com.
And a reminder, we had our perfect pitch earlier, brought to you by Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, traditional German Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. A taste that's perfect lakeside, dockside, or just plain outside. Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. Welcome to the Liney side. That'll hold up for Almora. A good visit by Contreras. And 2 away. And it brings up Cody Bellinger.
And on the front foot off the end of the bat on a well-delivered changeup from Montgomery. So with the Dodgers, they're showing pretty good discipline laying off that curveball. Might have to go to plan B and mix in a few more changes.
Bellinger walked in the second. He's held his own against lefties. Oh, 0-1.
Very upright in the box, but lately he's tried to get a little more flex in the knees, lean into that backside a little bit more.
The Dodgers have had a knack the last few years of having players whose fathers played in the major leagues. Cody's dad, Clay Bellinger, Jock Peterson, the son of Stu, briefly got to the big leagues. Swing and a miss. So Montgomery, with some good inning management, has kept this game scoreless. Rich Hill, Bryant, Baez, and Almora all made outs in the first inning. Curveball missed. You can kind of tell as he goes into his motion that it is a curveball because you see the finger off the ball. 2-0.
Ball right around 89, 90 miles per hour, but that doesn't mean it's not a good fastball because of the spin and the deception. This is year 2 of a 3-year, $48 million deal he signed. on the strength of a 2016 season in which he made 14 starts with Oakland and posted a 2.25 ERA, and then 6 starts with the Dodgers, had a 1.83. So it was a bit of a gambit on the Dodgers' part with all the injury history that he has had.
Hernandez makes the catch. So Baez will bat. He flied deep to right in the first inning. Dodgers put 3 infielders between second and third. Fastball at 94 strike.
Yeah, a little extra hop on the finish he got from 89 to 90. A little extra oomph.
A good bite on that curveball.
He's having a little discomfort hill on his right hip, maybe.
Actually, it did look like he has both the index and middle fingers on the ball on that curve. A lot of guys will raise up that index. Boy, that ball hammered and caught. Well, Baez with 2 good at bats, but he's 0 for 2 as Puig robs him.
Yeah, you'd like to see him be rewarded with that approach, give him some positive feedback, but unfortunately nothing out of 2.
I'm sure I've asked you in the past, did you ever deal with blisters?
No, I never did. Just on my feet from uncomfortable shoes, but never
No,
as
I'm
a
talking-
pitcher.
yes.
Yeah.
Finger blisters and guys who are prone to that. Kerry Wood dealt with it. Josh Beckett.
Yeah, a lot of the hard throwers, guys that really spin the ball. Nolan Ryan had blister issues. A lot of guys will soak their fingers in pickle brine.
And it makes sense if you think about the seams on a baseball. And you're really spinning that ball and pulling. You can see how the friction would tear at your skin. Forsythe has it. And Hill hasn't had a problem with the top of the Cubs order here early. And we're scoreless at the end of 3.
Casinos, your entertainment escape.
Big waffle bowl with ice cream and maybe some M&Ms.
It would be good in there. A steakum. Cook up a steakum and throw it in there.
Frozen or?
No, cooked it. You get the hot and cold.
Oh man, the savory and the sweet.
Yeah, the savory and the sweet.
Forsythe 1 for 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mike's 1-1 pitch. Almora will not get there. That ball was put in a perfect spot. Leadoff man reaches again.
Constantly applying pressure so far. Mike has bent, he has not broken, and now he's got to deal with his leadoff double. The good news is he's down at the bottom of the order. Barnes and Hill both struck out last time up. Not a bad pitch, but a real good swing. Forsythe 2 out of 2 here tonight. Maybe starting to press for more playing time. A couple years back, he had a real nice year for Tampa Bay.
Barnes, key at bat in this game, called out on strikes with the bases loaded and nobody out in the second inning. That helped Montgomery get out of that mess. We want to welcome those viewers watching on Fox Sports Asia tonight. Great to have you with us. Happ in deep right, makes the grab, tagging and heading to third. Is Forsythe, pitcher coming up with 1 out and a man at third base.
Yeah, Barnes puts a pretty good charge in it and good concentration by Happ, reaching up to make the play. Hey folks, stay ahead of the forecast this weekend. Meteorologist Cheryl Scott, Larry Mowry, Tracy Butler, and Phil Schwartz alert you first to changing conditions and severe weather. ABC 7 Eyewitness News, your AccuWeather station.
Infield in against Hill. Rich is just trying to make some contact here and get this ball into the outfield, but the first pitch, his feet were moving. He took a huge cut. Takes a strike this time on a curveball. So chokes up with 2 strikes.
Yeah, see, for my money, a pitcher for sure in this situation should be choked up the entire at bat.
And he got him. Let's check in on the Dodge out of town scoreboard, brought to you by Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. They've gone to the 7th. Philadelphia leading the Cardinals 4-2. Milwaukee scored early and still leading in the 7th inning at Pittsburgh. The struggling Orioles have a 6-5 lead at Washington in the 7th. One to Taylor. Huge part of their pennant winning team last year. He was the co-MVP of the NLCS against the Cubs along with Justin Turner. And he pulls that ground ball foul.
In a sense, returning to his roots, playing everyday shortstop now with Seager done for the year. Played a lot of outfield last year. He can move around the diamond. He came up as an infielder, primarily a shortstop with the Mariners. Played excellent defense in center and at short throughout that series.
last October. Runner at third, 2 gone. Ground ball to the shortstop. Russell up with it. Montgomery gets out of it again. Dodgers 1 for 9 with men in scoring position. By Sport Clips Haircuts. Check in online at sportclips.com/check-in and claim your spot today at any of the over 90 Chicagoland locations. Huge crowd at Wrigley Field tonight. Scoreless tie. Dodgers 4, Cubs 3 earlier today in the makeup game. We'll wrap up the series tomorrow, and then the Cubs will hit the road again. Look at the home run leaders. Brought to you by Toyota. Tested, trusted Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. So Anthony Rizzo just a handful of homers away from jumping into the top 12. And might make it into the top 10 by season's end. In Cubs franchise history.
Real challenge to stay back on that curveball.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Anthony claiming he got a piece of it and it hit the dirt.
He may have just
I think
rushed
he
that
called
ball.
a foul tip, didn't he? It looked like Gorman called foul tip.
Oh yeah, okay. He got it before it got the dirt.
See, I don't think he did. Yeah, he called foul tip.
Yeah. I didn't think so originally, but that last look, I thought he got his glove on it before it hit the dirt.
1-0 on Contreras, second strikeout for Hill. Curved him on the outside, 1-1. Sharply hit grounder right to Taylor.
Cub fans, everybody in. The best place to spend your summer weekends is Wrigley Field. Plan now and get tickets to weekend matchups against the Reds, Cardinals, and Padres. And support your Cubs on their way to another division title. Visit Cubs.com and place your orders today. It won't be easy. More rewarding when it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Some interesting notes on Rich Hill's starts. September 10th, 2016, he was pulled during a perfect game. 7 innings, 89 pitches. Third start following a long DL stint due to blister problems, so Dave Roberts didn't want to push it. Last year, August 17th in Pittsburgh, perfect into the 9th, no hitter into the 10th. He lost 1-0 on a Josh Harrison leadoff home run. The first pitcher ever to lose a no-hitter on a game-ending homer. The perfect game ended on an error in the 9th. That was an all-time first. First starter to lose a game in which he gave up 1 hit, no walks, and struck out at least 10. So under the hang with him in the baseball encyclopedia is his picture and that night. Puig will make the grab, and we're scoreless as we head off to the 5th inning on a nice night here at Wrigley.
that Wilson Contreras belted his first major league home run in his first major league at bat. What a memorable moment for him. And this week, when early All-Star votes were released, Wilson sits second among catchers, second only to five-time All-Star Buster Posey. No surprise to Joe Madden, who said that the way Wilson has learned to control the game from behind the plate, he's just a different cat. And he hasn't even taken off yet, reminding us how hot Wilson was at the end of last year, the reason they were winning games in August and September. So no surprise his popularity continues. He's just about 90,000 votes behind Posey, and plenty of time to continue voting. You can continue doing that until July 5th. And you know what they say, Len and JD, everybody in.
That's right. And yeah, you can vote a bunch. The last update, Rizzo second at first base. Baez, the runner-up at second base. Bryant trailing Nolan Arenado at third. Addison Russell third at short. Dion mentioned Contreras behind Buster Posey. And Jason Hayward, Kyle Schwarber, Ben Zobrist, 7, 8, 9 among outfielders. And yeah, Albert Almora Jr. did not make the ballot. But here's the thing about that. I'm guessing he wouldn't have been voted in as a starter. He can certainly make it as a reserve. That's very much in play.
Yeah, players
Not
vote.
that he's banned from being in the All-Star game. It's just that he won't be voted in by the fans. He'll come in and he'll make the catch. I'm a little worried Montgomery gets the leadoff man. His MO had been to let that guy get on and then get out of it. Hernandez wants to see a replay.
Oh, Hernandez had a pretty good pitch to hit it hard. Right at Almora.
Kemp without a hit today. That has been rare this year. Started the day leading the National League in hitting. He was at 338, now at 330 as he hits a ground ball to Russell. Let's go back 6 days. Dodgers hosting the Rangers.
For the plate. Mazara's throw up the line, and he is.
So that little shove there.
It was the post-collision nudging that got things started.
There weren't punches, there were pushes.
Yeah. Well, there's always extra adrenaline on a play like that. Everybody's charged up a little bit.
See, I think that's kind of just an automatic one-game suspension for the two guys who start a benches clearing situation, even though I think that specific situation it probably didn't really warrant.
Yeah, if you could
action.
clearly, and he'll have his opportunity in his appeal to make his case. But it looked like he might have given a little shoulder to Chirinos there. They got tangled up a little bit after the. I'm talking about after the collision. Clearly, he gave him plenty of shoulder at the initial collision.
For the middle, Baez backhands. He got him!
Pretty.
Oh, what a play. That's just what he does. 0-0 in the fifth. Still looking for the first run of the night. Kyle Schwarber takes a strike against lefty Rich Hill.
He worked hard in the second, did Hill. Cubs left the bases loaded.
He's retired what will be now 8 straight.
Keep up with everything Chicago. Join Ryan Cheverini and Val Warner for Windy City Live weekdays at 1 on ABC 7. You'll smile so much your face will hurt. Hey, 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 hey. They get engaged? That looks like an engagement right there. All right, that's justified then.
Strike to Happ. Ian walked in the second inning. Playing right field here in game 2. Yeah, Hill getting comfortable out there, and you hope same goes for Mike Montgomery, who just worked his first 1-2-3.
You referenced the near perfect game, the shutdown games. He's capable of getting on a roll like this.
Foul tip, strike 3. Tonight's hot and cold players are brought to you by Plumbers 911. Call day or night at 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911. Your plumbing connection. That's PLUM 911.
Rough go for Chad Bettis of late. Sean Newcomb, the young lefty, he'll probably be in that all-star game the way he's going. $189 over his last 9 starts. And, the Braves they're not cratering. They got off to that great start. People thought that maybe they would fold. They have not.
Braves are in Toronto, leading the Jays 8-4 in the 8th. Rockies hosting the Mets tonight as Montgomery strikes out. 10 straight sent down by Rich Hill. Cubs nothing, Dodgers nothing after 5. ABC 7 is being brought to you by Dodge. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. By U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us. by the all-new Chicago Northside Toyota. You're going to like buying a car this way. And by Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. The save of the game is brought to you by Feldco. Right now at Feldco, save big. Free installation on all windows, siding, and doors. Call 866-4FELDCO today. El Mago doing his thing to get Muncy to win the 5th.
It has not been a real heavy ground ball night for Montgomery. You normally would see, and Russell and Baez out there, two of the best in the business in the middle of the diamond.
Curveball bounce to the shortstop, Russell. Puig is retired.
In that ground ball groove, 3 in a row. So athletic thing is in the DNA of Mike Montgomery. His dad played college ball and then coached Mike in high school at Hart High in basketball. Mike was contemplating a scholarship in hoops to Cal State Fullerton. Opted to sign with the Royals. His mom played college softball and basketball at Cal Poly Pomona. Still holds records there for her work on the court, and she used to catch Mike. It was, out in the street, and he said he'd turn it loose. He'd throw everything, throw hard, throw curveballs. She'd say, "Is that all you got?"
He had a little bit of a temper on the basketball court. Took too many technicals and ended up being dismissed off the team, but his baseball career took off. See, he seems so mild-mannered. That's surprising. But hoops, that sport brings out a side of certain people that you would never know otherwise. Hockey and basketball.
Yeah, well, those are games where you can feed on the emotion. And
yes.
You can kind of let it flow. Baseball, it's more about controlling emotion.
One of the last pickup games I played, this guy was just draining threes all over the place and trash talking and trying to pick fights with every guy on the court. And after the game, I said, "What's up with this guy?" He goes, "He's a pediatrician. This is how he has fun." Good bedside manner.
This is his Dr. Jekyll
in
to
your
Mr.
face.
Hyde. Yeah. Tells his 6-year-old patients the next day. So I was raining threes on Casper, and boy, did I let him hear it. Say, "Ah."
Ball 4 to Bellinger.
Again, top of the zone pitch not there, so it's 2 walks for Bellinger to go along with a strikeout tonight. Now this is a combination they might play a little hit and run with Forsythe's ability to handle the bat.
In the dirt. Contreras with a nice pick. Tomorrow, John Lester will go for the Cubs. Ross Stripling, who has been a godsend for the Dodgers with all their starting pitching injuries, he'll go in at 1.76 and a 6-1 record. Lester 228. So on paper, that's the best matchup of the series. First pitch at 1:20 here at the ballpark.
See another game just like this one tomorrow afternoon. It's 0-0.
Are you watching the World Cup?
I watched a little bit the other day.
Hitters count for Forsythe. And driven to right, but it's Ian Happ underneath.
Trying to remember who I watched. It was a red team against a greenish team, I think. Pretty good match.
How deep can you go on North American Soccer League teams?
Not at all.
The Chicago Sting, they played at Wrigley Field back in the early 80s. Eric Goodell with their new bullpen coach Mark Pryor watching. Runner goes, and he'll get there without a throw. He ran on a good pitch, a curveball. First stolen base for either team in this doubleheader.
Yeah, well, so it's 2 outs with the 8-hole hitter up, and we've got Justin Turner out on deck. Potentially hit for Hill. And normally you would think, well, the way Hill's going along, this is just a decoy. They're not going to take him out of this game, but coming off the disabled list, he's had all those blister issues, so he very well could be coming out of this game. So that means you have to take a little bit more of an aggressive approach with Austin Barnes. There's Hill, though, remaining an option.
Rolled into left. Here comes Bellinger. Schwarber late. Good throw, but just not in time. He did all he could. Austin Barnes makes it 1-0 Dodgers. On the throw to the plate, Barnes advances to second.
Work the legs to go down and get that curveball. Good effort by Russell, as well Schwarber.
Boy, a slower runner, he's going to get him. But Bellinger really glides. Hill bunts. And the shovel pass by Montgomery gets him. So a 2-out RBI single by Austin Barnes, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles. Chicago Cubs baseball on ABC7 is being brought to you by the Lincoln Motor Company. By Insure on the Spot. For quality insurance you can afford, head to insureonthespot.com. By Lakeside Bank. Personal customized banking. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. And by Auto Barn Alfa Romeo in Evanston. For the largest selection on new Alfa Romeos, shop the Auto Barn Alfa Romeo in Evanston.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Cubs trail 1-0. Chris Bryant had a go-ahead 2-run double in game 1. Doubled twice, in fact. He's 0 for 2 in this one. One key for Hill is the top of the order has done nothing to this point. Top 4 hitters combined 0 for 8.
Cubs the last week or 10 days are pretty sporadic offensively. Just one hit so far here tonight.
Well, if you ask Dave Roberts at this very moment, he'd probably tell you he's thrilled already with what Rich Hill has done in his first start in a month. And he's trying to get 6 innings out of him if he can. Curveball gets him. He's got a relatively manageable pitch count, 75 and counting.
Just a couple of strikeouts through the first 4, but starting to pile them up now as he's really gotten the feel for both the heater and the curveball. Here people talk about how, well, I never made it in pro ball because I couldn't hit the curveball. Well, you know what? There's a lot of guys at the major league level that have a hard time with a good curveball.
Baez a good bunt, and he's going to make it. And Hill tumbling into foul territory, probably should have just held the ball.
It's a smart play. We've seen that delivery of Hill finishing to the third base side, sometimes a little more extreme than others. This time he's able to right the ship and try to make a play here on Baez, but there was really none to be made. And Javi does a little correction here to get in the lane so he's not called out for that. Almost stepped on the baseball. Might be sucking gas right about now after that sprint down the first base line at his own attempt to deliver a bunt base hit, and now sprinting off the mound to try to make a play on Baez, and that's why Barnes is out there, just to buy him some time to catch his breath.
Looked like a quick peek toward his dugout, as if to say, I got it. There's action in the Dodger bullpen. Albert Almora with a man on and 1 out. Well, the Dodgers getting the lead in large part because of Cody Bellinger's stolen base, and that has been a big part of Baez's game here lately. He's got 12 to lead the team. And has tied his career high in that department.
Barnes has got 2 of 9.
Oh, 2 to Albert. He is available as a write-in candidate. for the All-Star game. And on the year hitting .320. Slide step 0-2, bounce to third. And they only get the man at second. That's Baez.
Kind of game where every little play takes on added significance. Close but safe.
Almora now the runner at first base. Sidearm strike. So a 10-game RBI streak at home. Pretty rare for a Chicago Cub since the RBI became official in 1920.
More or less of a threat to run than Baez. Still using that slide step from time to time, and that's the key. You don't have to do it every pitch, but a couple throwovers, occasional slide step, make it tough for the base runner to get a read. Brazil Switzerland is the match that I saw the other day, by the way. 1-1 final.
Inside for a ball, 2-1. Forsythe about as deep as a second baseman could ever play. And contemplate throwing out a guy at first. Jam shot foul. Indians beat the White Sox 6-3 tonight in Cleveland. Yankees over the Mariners 7-2 a final. That'll get in there, and Almora will make the turn. Puig's throw is late. First and third for Contreras.
Hill's gotten to that drop down pitch just a handful of times tonight, and it's been pretty effective. This time he goes breaking ball and stays on the plate. And, the hope is with that drop down delivery that the hitter's going to leak that front side. The front shoulder will get a little wobbly, but not the case with Anthony. He hangs in there, puts a good swing on it.
Rick Honeycutt will come out before Contreras bats. Hey, the Budweiser Concert Series at Gallagher Way presents its second show this Friday, June 22nd. And featuring XRT favorites Big Head Todd and the Monsters. Come out and enjoy a great night of music. Tickets are available at GallagherWay.com/events. Almora the runner at third. Rizzo is at first as Contreras steps in.
to me like Hill really battling, just in terms of controlling his body with some of these deliveries. I think the legs are starting to get a little wobbly. Pitches with a lot of emotion. He's really battling out there. 38 years of age.
He pitches with an edge, even though he's not a hard thrower. To third, foul as that knocked down Almora. That's why runners take their lead down there in foul territory. You don't want to get hit by a batted ball in fair territory or you're out. And you don't want to get hit by a ball in foul territory because it hurts.
But at least you're still in play.
Yes. Strategically, you're intact. Call strike 3. That was a dandy of a curveball, and it might be the last pitch thrown by Rich Hill tonight. It's 1-0 Dodgers at the end of 6. By your Chicagoland Hooters, and great to see the Hall of Famer Billy Williams being celebrated by family and friends here at the ballpark, and a surprise party for Billy. Ryan Sandberg hanging out, and the Cubs painting his number 26 on the grass right behind home plate. This pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. And I guess if you're Lakeside, Bass coming in makes sense. Anthony Bass, ball 1 to Chris Taylor.
Yeah, well, Mike Montgomery, outstanding yet again. Another start where he allows just 1 run. Unfortunately for him, for the second consecutive start, his club hasn't scored for him. He was a 1-0 loser last time against Milwaukee. A little ice pack on the shoulder, 1 on the elbow, and root on the boys, and hopefully they can come back and get him off the hook and pick up a W for somebody out of this bullpen.
Well, the 2 starters were terrific, Hill and Montgomery. Pitch is high. We want to give a shout out to our good friend, Hockey Hall of Fame broadcaster Pat Foley, dialing us in. Ground ball towards center, and Baez backhanded it, but all that will do is make it an infield hit for Taylor.
Thinking of Pat earlier when I was filling out my lineup card, and I note that Matt Kemp was batting .333 the start
That's
of the
true,
game.
Yeah.
More magic from Baez, but no play to be made here.
Looked like he lost his credit card. There's Hernandez.
Well, Montgomery tonight, 6 innings, 5 hits, a run. He walked 4, struck out 5. You see those 4 walks, you think, well, he didn't have very good command, but really he threw strike 1 a high percentage of the time. And I think it's just credit to the Dodger hitters. They're doing a real nice job laying off some borderline pitches, especially some of those curveballs early on.
Double play! Boom, boom.
Yeah, out go the lights. Hernandez has 1 hit tonight, could probably have 3. Lined out last time up. This time he lines into a double play as Big Riz climbs the ladder, slaps the bag, and just like that, 2 outs. Nobody on. And they rise here in appreciation.
Here's Kemp with 2 outs.
Fans understand the value of that play in a 1-0 ball game. That could be a game saver. Xfinity strike zone, very aggressive with that first pitch for strike 1, and then starts to expand. Kemp's really good middle in.
Pass in relief at Montgomery.
Important to have bullpen depth down at AAA. In the modern game where you're trying to prevent your starters from facing the especially the heart of the order for a 3rd time, there's more reliance on bullpen than ever before, but you run the risk of burning guys out with usage, so you got to have some guys you can call up, feel good about their chances to compete.
Swing and a miss. Tonight's 7th inning stretch with the Williams family, presented by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing. Take it away, Billy.
Please direct your attention to the outfield video boards and join tonight's guest conductors for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, Billy Williams and family.
All right, let's sing out loud for Win on my 80th birthday. Are you ready? A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so it's root, root, root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey!
Lakeside Bank, it's about time. The man with the John McEnroe, age 21 hair, Eric Goodell.
The Mariners earlier this year. We've seen him with the Mets. His debut with New York in 2014. And the numbers are good. 0.42 ERA in 18 ball games. High walk numbers, but hasn't given up much damage.
UCLA product, blistered to center, but he hit it right at Hernandez.
Yeah,
so
there's been a handful of those on both sides.
And Russell has lined out twice and singled back in the second.
MLB At Bat is your #1 Cubs app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Cubs home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
There's a drive out in the deep right. We're tied. Schwarber. 1-1.
Schwarber, an ambush, first pitch from Goodell. Back to the play Rizzo made on that line drive, preventing any more damage from the Dodgers, and now we're tied.
Toyota home run replay.
They can beat him up there. He'll chase that high fastball, come up empty, but when he gets into one, see you later.
Takes Montgomery off the hook. Hill will get a no decision. This game now will be won and lost by the bullpens. Number 13 for Kyle. One and one to Happ.
Split finger pitch. Here it comes again.
And he gets him. Here's Tommy La Stella in the pinch. Again, Brandon Morrow is not available tonight. He has some back tightness. And he was very specific about how the injury occurred as left-hander Randy Rosario cranks it up. When the Cubs returned home from St. Louis late Sunday night, early Monday morning, he had gotten home and he was taking off his pants, tweaked his back. So day to day, and hopefully not too many days.
That's why I recommend all major league players get themselves a pants valet.
Right. Assuming Pedro Strop is not available here tonight. He pitched 2 innings earlier. And a ground ball to Forsythe, ranging a bit to his right. Crowd with a lot to cheer about here the last couple of innings. The Rizzo double play on defense. And now the Schwarber game-tying home run. It's 1-1 as we head off to the 8th. Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time.
Rosario 3-0 with an 0.64. That's pretty good return on investment there. 11 appearances, 3 wins. The third of an inning in game 1 of the doubleheader. Just a handful of pitches. It's interesting when you look at the makeup of the bullpen right now. There's 5 guys with the addition of Hancock for this game in the bullpen that were not with the club on opening day. Rosario, Zastryzny, Farrell, Bass, and Hancock. He took 3 walks in game 1. He's walked once here tonight. That's why you see that lofty on base percentage, 255 batting average, but on base just below 400.
He's halfway to walk number 5. Let's see if Rosario can get back in it.
Also had the best home run to at bat ratio in the game.
Pulls this one into right. And a little stumble by Baez, who is cautiously walking now on the outfield grass. So I have the Dodgers leadoff man reaching base in 12 of the 17 innings in this doubleheader. And if we just gave that stat, I probably think they've scored more runs than 5 in the 2 games combined, right?
Yeah. He hits it on the ground a lot, and he hits it pretty hard. Sometimes that adds up to a double play. Oof. Evil intentions with that swing.
First base coach George Lombard. Chris Woodward over at third. Swing and a miss. What's he telling him, JD?
Stay right there. You got nothing going right here.
On one bounce, they get one. They get it.
Why not?
Little juggling act this time by Baez.
Yeah. Why not throw a little juggling into the act, Magic Man? Tough hop, a little bobble. No problem. Good job by Russell. The timing of that play upset a little bit, but smooth as it gets out there in the middle of the diamond.
Bellinger, 2 outs, bases clear.
It's a 2-out bases clear swing right there. What you want, guys with power try to do damage. And there's 2 outs and nobody on base. What's the last 2 double plays? The line drive to Rizzo, and then that shot to Baez.
1-2. Breaking ball got him. Looking. Rosario works around the leadoff single. 1-1 in the 8th. Game brought to you by your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. There's the L3 unassisted double play, and then a one-hop juggle, throw, and turn. 4-6-3. This pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Right-hander Josh Fields working for the Dodgers in a 1-1 tie, 8th inning.
Fastball curve change for Fields, who's 2-2 with a 251.
That game in Pittsburgh is over. The Brewers beat the Pirates tonight 3-2. Freddie Peralta over Jamison Tyone. The Cubs now 1 game out. Good shift by the Dodgers. He hit it right to the second baseman on the other side of the bag. That's Forsythe.
Let's take a look at the business of baseball, brought to you by Comcast Business, built for business. So these teams have been doing a lot of winning. Top 2 in wins since 2015, top 2 in ERA. And over the last 3 seasons, only MLB teams to win 90 games or more each year, and the only ones to reach the playoffs each season.
So in a lot of ways, these two current clubs are measuring sticks for the rest of the league. Baez took a huge pass at that one and fouled it off. NL Central standings are brought to you by the all-new Chicago Northside Toyota. You're going to like buying a car this way. Milwaukee winning. The Cardinals a 7-6 victory. They got a run in the 9th and beat the Phillies. And the Cubs losing earlier 4-3 in game 1. Fly ball out into deep center. Hernandez just in front of the wall for the second out.
Hernandez has had a good night. He lined out his second time up. One single last time. Good swing here, but stays in the yard. Fields likes to challenge with that high fastball. He has allowed 4 home runs this year. 32 innings of work.
Almora 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That should get down. It will. And it gets by Hernandez. Almora to second, and he'll stop there. Already in scoring position, and an awkward entrance there at the bag. So hopefully he's okay.
Hernandez initially pursued this ball as if he was going to be able to make a play on it. Then he had no angle to cut it off. That allows it to get to the wall. Look at how Moore get on top of that high heater.
Anytime Rizzo intentionally walked, and they'll face Contreras. They'll go for the right matchup.
Up there last time in the 6th inning with runners on 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Hill was able to punch him out. He can get a little redemption here. Maybe Mr. Fields will throw him a cookie.
Two on, 2 out. 1-1 tie, 8th inning. The pitch is high. Steve Cishek up in the Cubs bullpen. Guessing he'll pitch no matter what. Tied or with a lead in the 9th. No Brandon Morrow tonight.
Two tough games to be without your closer. Two tough games to be without any of your high leverage relievers. Best work by Contreras is when he's thinking alley to alley. Gets in trouble when he tries to pull. That's when he starts hitting it on the ground to the shortstop side.
Real good life on that fastball from Fields. And 1-2. He struck him out. Foul tip. Cubs strand 2. And here comes the 9th. 1-1.
Weather and video with you wherever you go. Get the ABC 7 Chicago News app today.
This pitching change is brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Steve Cishek working both ends of the doubleheader.
In game one, 2/3 of an inning, a couple of hits, a run, a triple double to Taylor and Puig. And for the year, still outstanding numbers with a 2.08 earned run average.
Inside for ball one to Forsythe.
Yasmani Grandal out on deck. Switch hitter, very dangerous from the left side.
That for Barnes, who knocked in the Dodger run with a 6th inning single. 1-1. Right in there. It's 1-2. We have dodged the rain to this point. Forecast didn't look great today when we left the ballpark last night. We got in game one, no problem. And it has turned into a comfortable night so far this evening. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Another 2-2 and a line drive to left. Schwarber gets to it. Forsythe racing towards second base, and he's safe. He's got his 3rd hit tonight and his 2nd leadoff double.
Last time Dodgers were not able to score him. It's that two-seamer up in the zone, about belt high. I'm seeing it very well here tonight. Nice try by Schwarber, but it's a lead double.
Grandal takes a strike.
Switch hitter, 11 home runs this year, all as a left-handed batter.
So you got Grandal and then Peterson, Taylor back at the top of the order. They're not looking to bunt a guy in and manufacture here. They're looking to take 3 shots to drive him in.
Just depending on where you are in your batting order and the personnel involved, and if you start giving up outs to advance a base runner, you allow the pitching team to maybe put a guy on, pitch around a certain hitter, attack a weakness. And Dave Roberts felt pretty good that Grandal, if he didn't drive him in, might at least be able to pull the ball on the ground and get him to third base that way.
In the air. Forsythe tagging. Almora's got it, and Forsythe's going to have to hold. Hey, Cubs fans, if you miss any of tonight's action, ABC 7 rebroadcasts each Cubs matchup on the Live Well Network. Tonight's Dodgers Cubs Encore will air in its entirety at 11 p.m. on ABC 7's digital channel 7.2 and the following cable channel positions.
Good job by Almora getting behind that ball. That in and of itself enough to convince Forsythe not to try to go. If he's drifting for that ball back on his heels, he might have taken a shot.
So Peterson intentionally walked. And it brings up the dangerous Chris Taylor. 2 hits tonight, 249 on the year, but the Cubs have seen him at his best going back to last year's NLCS. The 0-1 low. It was Taylor who tripled off Cishek in the 6th inning earlier this afternoon. Later scored on the Puig double. You can almost say double in air quotes because it was of the bloop variety. Strike 2. Ninth inning, 1-1. Cishek trying to save a tie. His 1-2 home almost hit him.
Taylor has not had success, not much of it anyway, in this situation. Runners in scoring position, just 196 so far this year.
That will get foul. Steve Cishek joining the Cubs on a 2-year contract he signed in December.
Slider didn't have the good action of some of the other ones, but he got away with it. 6'6", 215, turned 32 yesterday.
From Falmouth, Massachusetts, went to college in Tennessee at Carson Newman. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Might have had Slider on the mind and he was late on the heater.
Enrique Hernandez takes apparently high. Cishek not happy.
Yeah, top of the zone hasn't been there tonight for the pitchers.
Well, the second is late. Cubs back pick as often as any team in baseball.
Could be 0-2. So he's got to make a dangerous pitch here.
With a slider, and it's 2-1. Look at the runner Forsythe. Now the pitch. Two balls, two strikes.
And most hitters looking for that slider from Steve. Most right-handed hitters looking for that slider moving off the outside part of the plate. He threw a couple of front door slide balls to even the count.
40,000 plus in the ballpark tonight. Great energy. It's been a playoff-like atmosphere. Justin Turner with bat if Hernandez gets on. Runners go 3-2, popped him up. Rizzo races in. Dodgers done in the ninth. They strand two, and Cishek works around the leadoff double.
Radar, live Doppler 7 Max, the most advanced technology, only on ABC 7. Eyewitness News.
1-1. Bottom of the ninth. Fields still in there against Addison Russell.
He can get on top of that high heater.
So a good night. He's 1 for 3, and the outs have been line drives.
Field starts to nibble a little bit here. Normally pretty aggressive with that fastball, but this is game on the line kind of stuff. Tied in the ninth. Twice as many fly balls as ground balls, and home run's a byproduct of that approach. It's high risk, high reward because he gets a lot of that too.
Russell, Schwarber, and Happ do. Base hit. Good start. Puig will cut it off on the backhand. Russell's got a single.
He's put on a hitting clinic here tonight. Again, that elevated fastball, if you try to pull it, it's probably just a lazy fly ball to center field. It's up on top and able to square that up. That's most impressive.
Dave Roberts quickly out of the dugout. And he wants a lefty to face Schwarber. We're back in the ninth, 1-1. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Lakeside Bank. Personal customized banking. Lakeside Bank. It's about time. By Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. And by Mattress Firm. Go to mattressfirm.com to see how far your budget can stretch. Time now for the Dunkin' Donuts Fun Cam. America runs on Dunkin'. Edward Paredes came on, got a warning track line out off the bat of Anthony Rizzo with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the 8th, and he got the win.
Yeah.
Earlier today.
Yeah. Threw 3 pitches, gave up a rocket with the bases loaded, and picked up the W.
Russell the runner at first, nobody out. The batter is Schwarber. He tied the game with a homer in the 7th. First pitch. Ball 1. The home run cam is brought to you by Toyota. Tested, trusted Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
First pitch fastball from Eric Goodell, and he jumped all over it.
His 13th. Swing and a miss.
Nothing wrong with swinging hard as long as you're swinging at strikes. Just pulled off that breaking ball a little bit.
Bunted foul. Well, Muncy was not playing in, so he took a shot.
Tapped in the pitcher spot. Zobrist and Hayward remain.
Right now, Zobrist is at the top step next to Joe Madden.
Close to a balk. I'm Mr. Anti-balk. front foot looked like it was coming more towards home plate than first base. Right on the line. The theoretical line.
Big lead by Russell. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Batting right-handed. 0 for 7 in the doubleheader. He walked in the second inning tonight. There goes Russell. Got a good jump and Happ fouled, so hit and run. And Russell will try to stay at second base, and
the rules won't allow it, unfortunately.
No, you got to go back to first.
Yeah, had a huge jump. Would have had that bag stolen.
Has there ever been a player in Major League history, maybe prior to television, who just stayed at second after a foul and nobody caught it?
That was a straight steal.
0-2. You think more of the run and hit variety?
Yeah, just, you know, the jumping. Normally, if you're playing hit and run against a left-handed pitcher, you're not going to be quite as aggressive trying to get a jump. He didn't look back in either to look for contact. A lot of teams with the running game now, they'll give certain guys a green light. They'll tell certain situations, hey, if you get a good read, you get a good jump, go. The downside to that is it's not just a straight steal sign. We're definitely running on this pitch, so the hitter therefore knows to take the pitch to let a guy try to steal a base. Addy doesn't run a lot, so it's not a situation where Happ would come into this at bat thinking, well, I'm going to take a pitch to let him run. He doesn't do a lot of it. Nobody does, really, in the modern game. Very few guys. He's measuring a very big lead.
Yeah, he usually takes pretty healthy leads off first.
Average lead with a left-handed pitcher on the mound is about 11 feet.
1-2 outside. Russell faked towards second, then hit the brakes. Count 2-2 on Happ. Runner at first. 1 out. 9th inning and a 1-1 tie. Here it comes. Struck him out on the outside corner. Happ frozen. And it will be Zobrist.
Addy kind of frozen too. He thought Paredes was coming over to first. He was back at the bag as the pitch got to home plate.
Changeup was up, but he got the call. Nice hand for Zobrist. Dodgers wasted a leadoff double in the top of this 9th. The Cubs put a man on with nobody out here in the bottom. Zobrist, pop fly down the right field line. Puig racing over, and he makes the catch in fair territory. And we're going to head to extra innings in the nightcap. 1-1 to the 10th. Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or buyfordnow.com. We'll wrap up the series tomorrow and then off to Cincinnati and Los Angeles. Kind of an odd two-city, 8-game trip. 4 in Cincy, 4 in Los Angeles. Zobrist stays in and plays right. And the Cubs' 26th man for game 2 of this doubleheader is Justin Hancock.
Earlier, and you see he handled things quite well. 7 games, a 1.74 ERA.
Justin Turner pinch hitting.
I believe only game 1 hero Kyle Farmer on the bench for the Dodgers. Talk about thrown right into the fire. Just up for the doubleheader, and all of a sudden you're in the 10th inning of a tie ball game against a very good hitter.
He's sitting in the catbird seat at 3-0. Make it 4-0. Turner on base to lead off the 10th.
Another leadoff reach.
We use the term we sound like a broken record. I know vinyl's kind of coming back, but maybe it's like the repeat function on your iPod or your, right, where you just keep going back to the same track over and over.
A constant loop.
5 straight misses for Hancock.
Yeah, and the fear, of course, is the miss over the heart of the plate against a guy like Muncy.
Strike, it's 1-1. Here it comes. Strike 2. Hancock, 27 years old, 6'4", 185. He's from Defiance, Ohio, and went to Lincoln Trail College in Robinson, Illinois. Bryant playing between Baez and Rizzo on the right side. And a pop-up, Russell, the only guy over there. And it dropped. I'm not sure if he lost sight of it.
I think he did. Either he lost sight of it or he lost the feel for where he was on the field and thought that ball was just going to drift out of play.
I'm wondering, did it hit the top of the net? Is that possible? Or did it just land without hitting anything? That was a strange play.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Yeah. So another 1-2 coming. And he fouls this one. Here it comes, and it's high. Yeah, I would bet that it hit the guy wire at the top of that net, because based on Russell's reaction, that's the only plausible explanation. And once it hits that, it's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Muncy. Swing and a miss, strike 3. CL Puig hit into a 4-6-3 double play in the 8th. A 1-hopper briefly bobbled by Baez.
Good gas, 97 with a little life down.
Out into right center. Caught by Zobrist. Looked like he was looking at Almora, and a late maneuver, little jump, and the catch. 2 down.
Initially it looked like it was going to be Almora's play, but this ball had all kinds of slice spin on it, and it kept carrying back towards right field, and Zobrist became the best option. Deep to begin with, and keeps slicing away from Almora, and then Zobrist at the last with a little leap.
Oof, man. And it brings up Bellinger. Walk, strikeout, walk, steal, run, strikeout. He has not put a ball in play in this game. That's hit foul to first. Two strikes to Bellinger.
Dangerous. Probably not where he wanted to throw that 0-2 pitch. Middle in, mid thigh. Good thing he throws 97.
Or 98.
Got everybody's attention with 98 in spring training. He's got a Hancock from the Padres and the Matt Caesar deal.
Tenth inning here in game 2. Dodgers won 4-3 in the opener. That's a base hit. And the Dodgers have runners at first and third.
not exactly blistered, but Bellinger gets the job done, keeps the inning alive for the Dodgers. And, they got the man of the match up there in Forsythe.
Yep, he's been really good. 2 doubles, a single, 3 for 4. Rizzo will hold on Bellinger at first. Might the Dodgers send Bellinger here and see what the Cubs do. Chris Woodward giving signs at third as he instructs Turner.
I think it depends on the count. Right now, I don't think he goes anywhere. You just rely on Forsythe to deliver.
Especially not now. 2-0. Hancock up today for game 2 as the Cubs' 26th man. Three balls, no strikes. The catcher Grandal on deck. Stewart if the game remains tied. Jansen if they take the lead. And the bases are loaded. Grandal, a switch hitter. And they're going to make Grandal hit from the right side. Robs is Strisny when we could come back to Wrigley Field in a 1-1 tie. Seven is being brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By your local Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Test drive a Hyundai today. By Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. And by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing. The Dodgers have the bases loaded, and left-hander Rob Zastryzny, who owns a World Series ring, 8 appearances, 1 start for the world champs in 2016, will make just his 2nd big league appearance this season. He's here because Brian Dunsing is on the bereavement list. Brian lost his grandfather over the weekend, and a tight spot Would you say? 10th inning, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Rob's he does not have a lot of experience, but what we've seen of him, he's a pretty cool customer, but this is certainly a high pressure situation. 2-1 ERA, just below 4 down at Iowa.
The pitch to Grandal just missed the outside corner. Grandal pinch hit in the 9th inning, fly to center, and he's now catching. Take away a lot of his power, and you make him bat right-handed. He will take his walks.
Two different hitters.
Again, that big drop in OPS due to the slugging mainly. Zobrist in right. And Rob Z helps the Cubs get out of the 10th. The Dodgers leave the bases loaded for the second time tonight. It's still 3-3.
Clock back a couple innings. Tonight's 7th inning stretch presented by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing. How about Billy Williams rocking it tonight.
Some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. So it's root for the. If they don't.
His voice just keeps getting better and better. And here's Brock Stewart. He's the Dodgers' 26th man.
This is his 9th appearance for the Dodgers this year. Let's see what Mr. Stewart has to offer here tonight.
He is a Normal, Illinois native. Product of Normal Community West High and Illinois State. As you see the defensive alterations. Bellinger in center. Hernandez at second, so
Once he first turned to third.
All right. One and 0 on Chris Bryant. Peterson, Bellinger, Puig, left, center, right in the outfield. And a 1-1 swing and a miss. Turner at third, Taylor at short, Hernandez at second, Muncy now at first, Grandal catching. So I've got Taylor and Puig, the only two guys at the positions where they started the game. Right field, into the corner, and it is fair. Fair ball. Bryant on his way to third. Bryant to third, and he'll stand with a triple. That was nearly a game-ending inside the Parker.
And I think if there's 2 outs, Brian Butterfield probably takes a shot, but with nobody out, he throws up a stop sign. KB with his 3rd triple this year, lofting that fly ball deep to right. And you see where Puig started. He had a long way to go.
Hit the wall and bounded hard back toward the infield. So infield in, outfield in, Baez the batter.
Starting to smell like a W.
He will take first base. Intentionally walked. Bringing up Almora.
It's interesting with as much swing and miss as Javi has in his game.
Yeah, I thought they might consider pitching to him.
Yeah, we'll just see if he would expand, and if he wouldn't, then go ahead and put him on. But again, this, I think the Stewart out there maybe changes the vibe a little bit for Roberts.
Golden chance to win it here. Ball 1.
Talk about being in a bind. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Almora up there with a 322 average. Anthony Rizzo on deck.
Stewart's 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. He does have a base open. But as you said, Rizzo is on deck. He hasn't recorded an out. Final in 10. Cubs 2, Dodgers 1.
Well, you talk about a hard-fought doubleheader. Cubs return a little heartbreak to the Dodgers. And second walk-off this year. The Hayward Grand Slam coming on the last homestand. Tonight it's Almora who plays the hero.
So they get a doubleheader split. And Rob Z gets the win.
Of course he does.
What a ball game.
He earned it. Just such a good approach. 2-0, lets that ball get deep, shoots it the other way. We've seen a whole lot of that from the Cubs here of late.
The Dodgers a last at bat win earlier today, 4-3, and the Cubs return the favor, 2-1 in 10 innings. It was Strisny over Stewart. Both guys were the 26th man added to the roster for this game tonight. Let's send it down to Dion.
Well, Albert, after a difficult loss this afternoon, how good does it feel to walk off with this one?
It's great. I think I'm about to throw up. Oh man, this is unbelievable. Kudos to our bullpen and Mon that kept us in the game the whole time. Oh man, yeah.
On a night when offense was tough to come by, how key was it to just stay patient at the plate?
Absolutely. You know what? I had a chance the first game to score some runs with the bases loaded there, and I got a little bit too aggressive, and I got out of my zone. And one thing I told myself before coming up to bat was just relax, let him come to me, and I made him pitch a little bit. I saw some fastballs, and I was like, all right, he's gonna come up in the zone 2-0 there, and I just didn't try to do too much. I knew a fly ball would win the game, so just happy it worked out.
No doubt about it. You mentioned Montgomery. How key has his consistency been?
It's unbelievable, man. You know, he kept his mouth shut, put his head down, and went to work at the beginning of the season. He wanted to start, and I've been so proud of him, man. I told him his first start, they gave him a chance. I said, that's the way you prove a point, man. You know, put your head down and go to work, and when you get a chance, he's doing what he's got to do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now you head into the finale tomorrow. Quick turnaround after a long day. Do you feel like you got a little momentum?
You know, it's a great team over there, and you got to give a lot of respect. So I just want to get some sleep and try to come out and have a good game tomorrow.
You earned it, Albert. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thank
Len, we'll send it back to you.
Dion, thank you. And the drive of the game is presented by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing. Cubs save their best for last.
Yeah, well, the leadoff triple by Bryant really set things up. That flips the win probability up over 90%. You know, with that lead triple, infield has to come in, and I love the way Albert explained that at bat to Dion. How he just took a deep breath, stayed within himself, got a 2-0 pitch up, and delivered.
So the final score in 10 innings, the Cubs 2, the Dodgers 1. Stay tuned for more Cubs baseball on ABC 7. This Saturday we travel to Cincinnati, June 23rd, Cubs and the Reds at 3 o'clock. For JD, for Dion, and our entire ABC 7 crew, Len Casper thanking you for watching Cubs baseball, and make sure you stay right here for Eyewitness News next.